I'm in front of my gate that. Jesus have mercy, God. Look on the road. I rode that now. I rode that people. For Berkeley, I rode that. That is the road. Have mercy, God. You all up.
Bear rain, my people in Kingston, Jamaica. Bear rain. Lightning all a crap. You hear that? You hear that, my people? You think I joke me on it? A bear rain a fall out here. Yo! This is about St. Thomas, right behind the Bad Primary and Jonah High School. See it there? The river broke. So everybody on the lane, it's not safe. And you know what the hottest thing? A peer senior citizen live on my lane. Peer senior citizen. So what got when the river really reached them? See it there? See it there? I'm dead with it. See it there? See it there? Heavier wave of river coming. Watch it. See it there? See it there? What happened to the old people in my lane? You know they are.
Within hours of landfall, the full force of Melissa became clear. Roads across western Jamaica disappeared beneath fast-moving floodwaters. Entire bridges collapsed, and communication lines fell silent as power grids failed under the intense strain. The eye of the hurricane passed directly through the air like shrapnel. In Negril, resident Byron Pierce described being trapped inside his second-floor apartment, with water seeping through every possible crack. He said he had tried to block the door with sandbags, but the force of the wind and water made it useless. "The water is still coming in under my door," he said, his voice trembling over the phone. "What scares me most is not the flooding. It's that I haven't been able to reach my mother and sister. The phone lines are down. I just hope they're okay."
Kuzinka fly, Kuzinka fly. Don't say no play a thing in a man. Play.
Reports of widespread internet outages are pouring in, with the northwest parish of Hanover registering only 2% network connectivity at one point today. Across other regions, connections fluctuate between half capacity and near total blackout.
I wrote that, no? I wrote that people, for Berkeley, I wrote that. That is the road. Have mercy, God, you will have
New one. Thanks guys.
According to Jamaica's National Works Agency, major highways and smaller rural roads have been washed away, isolating entire communities. In the south, parts of Kingston and St. Catherine are facing dangerous flash flooding, with some residents seen wading through chest-deep water to reach higher ground.
Bro.
Meteorologists say Melissa is unlike any storm in Jamaica's modern history. The hurricane intensified rapidly over the Caribbean Sea, drawing on unusually warm ocean temperatures before slamming into the island at full strength. The United Nations has called it the storm of the century. Experts warn that rainfall totals could exceed 30 inches across central and western Jamaica, increasing the likelihood of deadly landslides and overflowing rivers. By late afternoon, the once perfectly defined eye of the hurricane began to shrink, a sign that Melissa is weakening slightly as it interacts with land. But even a gradual loss of wind speed provides little comfort when sustained gusts still exceed 160 miles per hour. Jamaica's Meteorological Service says the hurricane is crawling north-northeast at only 9 miles per hour, prolonging the island's exposure to torrential rain and life-threatening conditions. Across the island, the sounds of the storm are constant. The howling of the wind, the crash of falling trees, and the distant rumble of collapsing structures. In the parish of St. Elizabeth Technical High School has been heavily damaged, with several classroom roofs completely ripped away. Principal Keith Wellington said, "The entire roofs have been removed. We're still suffering damage, but We're hopeful the worst will soon pass.
Where y'all go? Where y'all go? If we take the car, obviously I'm... No, we see what I'm about to come over here now. Move. Oh, we are going to go over. And call them, tell them, man, go over, man. Walk your door. That's a deed. So you know how we are going to do. That's how we got this out.
Tragically, at least 3 people have died during storm preparations in Jamaica, 2 from falling trees and another from electrocution, while 13 others have been injured. Melissa has also claimed lives in Haiti and the Dominican Republic, bringing the confirmed death toll across the Caribbean to at least 7. The danger in Jamaica isn't only from wind and water. Officials have issued a separate warning about displaced crocodiles along flood-prone areas in Kingston, St. Thomas, and St. Catherine. The heavy rains have forced these animals out of their habitats and into flooded neighborhoods, posing an additional risk to residents. Authorities are urging people to stay indoors, keep pets inside, and avoid contact with floodwaters at all costs. Through satellite-based services such as Starlink, which remains operational in limited parts of the island. Andrew Williams, a resident of Kingston, said he has been using his Starlink connection to help monitor local hospitals, describing the city as completely dark except for the occasional flash of lightning.
This is in Barbican. Fuck yeah. The green light. Everybody record. Who's this lad? Barbican. Watch your car, over there, some people. Yeah, come on.
The Jamaica Public Service Company reports that more than 1/3 of its customers, roughly 1 million people, are without power tonight. Crews are standing by but cannot begin repair operations until conditions improve. Transmission lines and substations have sustained extensive damage from fallen trees and lightning strikes, and many rural areas remain unreachable.